welcome to HaltonHour, Joanne.
Hi, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Would you like to introduce yourself and your...
Yeah, of course. So my name's Joanne. I'm a Slimming World consultant and I run a local group in the area. I live in Widnes, but my group is actually based in Runcorn, and the group is on a Tuesday evening and a Saturday morning at the Heath Conference Centre facility on the Heath Business Park over in Runcorn in the Old Town. I've been running my group for about 3 years. Actually, we're coming up to 3 years this year. In April, we were based at the cricket club on Molan Lane, but we had to move before Christmas. And I'd just like to talk about what services we can offer for the community.
Right, that's fabulous. Just to sort of like wind back as me being like pokey.
No, that's fine.
How did you get started in Slimming World?
Okay, so yeah, me and my husband joined Slimming World. It's coming up to 5 years this year. We had a number of health complaints, and we just got to a point where we just needed some help. We needed to do something about our lifestyles, about our weight. Basically, we needed to lose weight. My husband, he has heart problems. He had a heart attack at 33, so we were conscious of that could be a major factor in his heart health and stuff. So, and he'd been told by the doctors he was borderline diabetic as well. So that kind of like shocked him into needing to do something about it. I've been doing Slimming World off and on over the years. It's always been something I've gone back to because I've struggled with my weight since I was like 18. So I'd recommend Peter to come with me and join together so that we could support each other, and I'd help him as much as possible. So we joined Slimming World. We used to go to Carly's on a Saturday morning. She's got a group. It used to be at St. Bede's, but now it's at the Buffs. And my husband went on to lose 8 stone. He got to his target, and I'd lost nearly 4 stone as well. So between us, that was 12 stone. And it was quite life-changing, really. That was the most success that I've had on my journey on Slimming, but I think it's because we were doing it together and we were helping each other. And it's such an easy plan. It's so it fits into your lifestyle really easily. It's just simple changes that you can make that can really benefit you. So because I was quite passionate about it, I wanted to get involved and help more people, basically, because obesity is such a major factor in a lot of health complaints, and there's a lot of people struggling with the weight out there. And I wanted to let them know that I've struggled with my weight for years and I'd like to help other people as much as I can. So after he'd got to his target, I was still working towards mine. I ended up putting myself forward through for Slimming World, got through successfully, and then opened my group in April 2018, 21st of April 2018, and I've been helping people ever since then.
Wow, that's brilliant. That's fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Based in Runcorn Heath.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, at the conference.
Quite a lot going on in there, don't they? So is it all to do with you, or is it people related? I want to say related, business related Slimming World to you?
Right, there's a lot of businesses on the actual park itself. There's all different things going on there. They've got a gymnasium with classes, exercise classes and stuff, and they've got a cafe as well. Where my colleague Emma, she opened up her first group in January 8, 2018, and was based at the Heath. And then she does a Thursday and a Friday. I do Saturdays. And then Rachel, who used to be based further down in the Old Town, she moved over as well. So, and she was doing Mondays and Tuesdays. So we're basically doing the whole week except Wednesday, all from the Heath. Right. Rachel's cut back some of her classes now. So I've took over the Tuesday evening. She just does the Tuesday morning. And then there's a new guy, Rob, who's come over, and he's opened the group on the Monday evening. So there's actually 4 of us based at the Heath now as like a Slimming World hub, so to speak. We've got classes most days now, so we're all there to help, and we've all had similar kind of journeys. We've all lost weight successfully with Slimming World, and now we want to help other people as well.
Yeah, I mean that's great. I was quite surprised actually at how many there were at the Heath.
Yeah.
You have all the different consultants there. I mean, it's obviously working for you. How are you finding it now? Everywhere's opening back up. Are you back doing
Yeah.
your classes live? And
Yes, that's right. Yeah, we started back last week when the restrictions lifted a little bit more on the 17th of May. We were allowed to open back up and do our group image therapy. We carried on doing it all the way through the lockdown anyway. We did it obviously via this platform Zoom, and it has helped people keep going during their weight loss journeys. You know, it hasn't stopped them. It's been able to help them carry on because they've needed that group support, but also that sense of community as well, because you do make friends at the Slimming World group, and they're quite vital for a lot of people. They don't necessarily have other connections in the area that, you know, they can rely on, whereas they come to our group. It's a warm, friendly group, and they make friends, and it's friends for life. So it's that connection as well as the weight loss thing as well. It's the feeling of community in the group, which is invaluable. So now we've opened up. They were so excited on Saturday. It was so lovely to see everybody. It was just a lovely, happy atmosphere. And granted, we were all spaced out, but you know, the chairs are all spaced out, so because of COVID restrictions, I'm still wearing our masks, but it just felt amazing just to be back in, and there was such a lovely buzz in the room as well. We are limited group sizes at the moment because of the COVID restrictions, and you do need to book a space with us. So if you're wanting to start your journey, you do need to get in touch with us so you can book a space to sit on a seat, just because we've got to limit the group sizes. But from the 21st of June, fingers crossed, those restrictions should be lifted even further, and then anybody can just come and sit in the group.
Oh, that's brilliant. So go on. You said you wanted to talk about what you can offer, and if we haven't already covered it, I'll let you take it away. Take it away.
Yeah. So Slimming World is such an easy plan to follow. Like, a lot of people are doing things, you know, different diet plans and what have different weight loss plans, and there's so much that with Slimming World, it's such an easy plan to fit into your lifestyle, and you can pretty much work anything around it. You don't need to weigh and measure your free foods. We call them free foods because you can fill up on them, satisfy yourself, not feel hungry at all, but still lose weight. So you know, you don't have to calorie count, you don't have to count your ketos or whatever else that everybody's doing at the moment. You can just enjoy them freely. You can adapt them so that they can, you know, you can make fantastic meals. There's so much choice out there and so many ideas and inspiration. Instagram's full of it. Instagram's an amazing community for the Slimming Worlders. People, there's some of the members on there that come up with these fantastic ideas of how to make it Slimming World friendly and fit into the plan. But we also make sure that you're keeping healthy while on your journey as well. So we give you extra items that you can have, which we do ask you to weigh and measure and control those, but it's just to protect your weight losses, but they keep you healthy. So extra fibre, making sure you're getting enough calcium a day. And then it's just limiting things that are like high in fat, high in sugar, higher in oil, so that, and calories, so that you're not, it's helping you lose weight and get to where you want to be successfully. You know, 2/3 of the country are now classed currently as obese. So it's something that we all need to be aware of. And well, it's me as well. Lockdown's affected us all, really. You know, it's been a tough 12, 15 months, hasn't it? And a lot of people have struggled. And I just think we need to do something about it, because it's such a major factor in the fight against coronavirus. You know, people who've got really poorly and stuff like that and been affected by coronavirus, then that's another thing, that's an even bigger thing that we need to look at right now.
Well, that's what surprised me. I think my views on the whole, I've worked right the way through, so I haven't, thankfully I have not been locked down, because I think I would have gone mad, because there's just me and the dog here. So I've worked right the way through anyway. But one thing that surprised me every time going home was the queues for the McDonald's drive-throughs. And it's like, it's not even food. That's not food. No. And it's and you know, and these places are still open and still thriving, and that's fine, because they provide jobs. But it's half of the problem. I mean, I've struggled with my weight for, well, since this, you know, preteen and onwards. So I mean, and I did lose quite a bit a couple of years ago with and that was high fat and low carb. So it's the opposite to what you do.
Yeah.
And it is horses for courses. And one thing that opened my eyes was the fact of class, you know, the processed food and what's classified as food now. And if you actually ate proper food, we wouldn't have half the problems that we have now.
It starts from babies. They start it early on. I get on my soapbox about this, but it really galls me because I find it appalling that there's that much sugar in baby food.
Yes.
Like it's surprising how much sugar and additives are put into baby food. So before babies are even realizing what food is, and you know, we're just obviously busy lifestyles, busy mums and things like that, when we're working and that, we do need to look for something easy and fulfilling, but you know, it needs to be nutritious. And the fact that they put lots of sugar hidden in baby food, you're starting babies being addicted to sugar before they even know what food is. And that really upsets me, that, because I think, well, no, the problem's starting right at the very beginning, whereas we should be looking at not, you know, sugar shouldn't be a factor in these things. It should be outlawed, in my opinion.
I'm with you on that as a sugar addict. And I know that every time I sort of get back to, so I don't eat a lot of processed foods, but even the non-heavily processed stuff has got addition. I mean, it's amazing where they hide it. So, you know, if we all had the time to cook from fresh, and I wish that we all did, and perhaps it is something that we should be teaching in schools, what food actually is, because what we're eating isn't food and is causing more damage than what it's worth. So then we get people like you that have to come round and help us fix it. I mean, you mentioned on your email that you've got a fast and free recipe book.
I've got it here to hand.
Have you? Right, okay.
What we do is at Slimming World, when you commit, if you're committing yourself to your weight loss journey, you want to give yourself that commitment. It really helps members really, you know, get the head stuck into being able, you know, concentrating on eating healthy and stuff like that, and really giving themselves a push for the weight loss journey. So we have something called countdowns, so you can pay up front, so that you're not, you know, like on payday or something, you can pay up front. You've not got to worry about the fees then for the rest of the month, and we'll give you 3 weeks as well, because we're cementing that commitment for you. So if you pay for 5 weeks up front, you get a week free. If you pay for 10 weeks up front, you get 2 weeks free. So you're getting 3 months of commitment to your weight loss journey. But through the year as well, we'll have different promotions, so that we'll give you a free recipe book with those countdowns. So and the recipe books are brilliant. The last few have been absolutely amazing. We've had what's called Take 5, where every ingredient only needs five items. Every recipe only needs 5 items, so that it's not too complicated, it's not too fussy. A lot of them take 15-20 minutes to make, and because a lot of people, obviously busy lifestyles, it's easier to pick up the phone or go online and order your dinner in than actually making something from scratch. So that's why they've made that recipe book for 5 ingredients, so that you don't need to worry. And usually we store cupboard ingredients and you can whip something up quick. The last one was a comfort zone book, so that one was loads of slow cooker recipes that were really good, you know, for the winter, really fulfilling and warming. Whereas this one is called Fast and Free, and there's over 60 recipes in here, which are all sin free on Slimming World, so all completely free. You can enjoy them without having to weigh, measure or calorie count or anything. And they literally, a lot of them are already in under 30 minutes.
Right, brilliant.
Amazing recipes here. Everything's a little bit different, but you know, plenty of ideas for whatever you're thinking. There's vegan recipes, vegetarian recipes, you know, so that can fit into the different lifestyles as well. That looks really nice.
Brilliant. I mean, I found as well, I mean, I'm veggie and I've been since since I was a teen. And my friend in work, she quite often goes, like, she'll do Slimming World for a couple of months and then drop off, and then she's just in the process of going back. But she'll quite often bring in recipes and I'll vegetarianise them for me. But I mean, I must admit that I do like the Slimming World soup recipes. One of my favourite ones was a roasted pepper one that she brought in, and it was absolutely gorgeous. So
that sounds nice.
Yeah, but no, I do like because you do cater for the vegetarians and the vegans. It's not something that you have to go around and really struggle to sort of change, because it's already there for you, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. You know, anything with chicken in, you could put corn in.
That's it. Yeah.
Anything with the mince in, obviously there's corn mince and stuff, and that's free as well. So there is a lot that we can cater towards for vegetarians and vegans. So yeah, it fits into our lifestyles, and you know, we cater for people with medical conditions as well. So we can give you advice around that. So I've even had a lady that carried on with me through lockdown. She'd lost like nearly 3 stone. She got pregnant, but wanted to carry on through her pregnancy. So, and she did successfully. Had the baby, and then was straight back into coming back to Slimming World once she'd had the baby, and now she's gone on to lose 4.5 stone. So she's on for a 4.5 stone award now. So, you know, even during pregnancy, you can still carry on and eat healthily, and the baby's healthy, you're healthy as well. It's just making sure, you can fit it in. It's really great.
That's brilliant. So where are we at? I have to keep an eye on the time, because I'm terrible for sitting and gabbing, and before you know it, we're sat there for 40 minutes just chatting. Yeah,
it's surprising how quick it goes.
Putting the world to rights. Stamping with me. It's not food, but don't start me. But right. So, is there anything that because I've got here about your Slimming World book and your promotions with your 10 weeks, 2 weeks. So we've talked about Team Heath Park. In Runcorn, with groups most days of the week. Is there anything that you particularly want to bring up while we're doing your business spotlight, as it were?
Yeah, I mean, as I say, there's the Heath as well as the Heath Conference Centre. There's lots of groups in the area as well as all over Runcorn, all over Widnes. So if there's anybody struggling, you know, don't sit there on your own and think that you can't do it, because it's so hard taking that first step. I can totally imagine that people are worried and scared about coming and getting weighed on our scales and things, and it is really, really scary taking that first step. But we're such lovely, warm, friendly groups. There's no judgment, no you know, we won't embarrass anybody. We won't talk. We never say your weight out loud. You know, it's totally confidential as well. And I just want to reassure people that, you know, please don't feel that you're on your own. We're here to help you, and that's basically what I wanted to get out there.
Yeah, many years ago. I mean, I haven't done Slimming World for years, or the other one. But one of the things that was absolutely, I remember it clearly, and we were in the leisure centre in Widnes. We're talking decades ago, and this woman, I remember being mortified. I never went back, shouting you. Well, she didn't shout it, but it felt like she was shouting at the time, and you stood on, and that was absolutely massive at the time. And her saying very loudly the weight and just the sheer horror, because it's a huge step.
It is.
I know I never went back to that one, but I know things have changed since then, and classes that I've been to since then, I've never been in that position. So, I mean, you know, it is a big thing. It is literally a big thing when you're going in and you're taking that first step into a group situation with the dreaded scales.
And it is. It can be, and not little things. Obviously, that was quite a big thing for yourself, but it's being mindful of how people are feeling when they first come. You know, there's a lack of confidence. There's embarrassment that they don't want. You know, you don't want people judging you and thinking bad of you.
You know, she shouted. She didn't shout. It was just said loud enough for other people to hear, and that's enough.
And that's totally not. No, that's not the way it's going. No, totally not. So we'd never do that to anybody. So you know, that's the other thing as well. We want to make sure that people feel comfortable when they come to our groups, and you know, it's a really difficult thing. I've myself have experienced things like that as well, and it is embarrassing, and you don't want that
You
happening.
want people
so,
know it. It's hard enough,
no.
getting up and going in the first place.
Exactly. Getting the guts to go. I remember I was living down in London in my 20s, and I wanted to do something about my Slimming World, about my weight loss. So I found a local Slimming World group where I was living at the time. I couldn't find it. The address was on the website, so I got the train to where I was going to. It was totally out. It took a lot for me to go as well, because I thought it's not ideal location wise where I was living. So I'd gone out my way this one night straight after work. I'd gone straight there, and I couldn't find the place. And I'm like, where is it? There was no signs up, there was nothing. So even that in itself, and then I didn't go back. I waited till I moved back home and then started then. But even something simple like that. So we have got our signs up and stuff around. We have our signs out so you can clearly see us, because that can be a put off as well, just trying to find the place and know where you are. So
yeah, there's nothing worse as than going into a community centre or something and going into the wrong room.
Yeah.
And then, is this Slimming World? No, and they're all looking at you. The shame. The shame.
Exactly.
So talking about finding you, how do we find you?
So there's two entrances onto the Heath Business Park. So you can either come in off Heath Road. You've got the park on the right hand side as you're going up from the fire station end, as you come off the main expressway. You've got the park on one side, and then the Heath Business Park is a little bit further up. It's quite handy because you'll see lots of COVID signs there, because there's a COVID testing centre at the back. But you want to take you first exit on the left from Heath Road, and then you literally just follow the road all the way around. You see the cafe and the gym on the right hand side, and we're the next car park after the cafe.
Right.
Or alternatively, you can come in off the Western Point Expressway as well. You'll see signs for the Heath Business Park there. Come to the first roundabout, and again the car park is the first left as you come off the roundabout. So
there you go, we're sorted then, aren't we? So do you run a group on Instagram or Facebook or anything?
Yeah. So I have an Instagram page. It's Slim Runcorn with Joe.
I forgot you there. That I shall find.
Slim Runcorn with Joe, and then my Facebook page as well. Oh, actually, I changed the name on this. Let me just double check. I won't be in it. I should know that, shouldn't I? That's terrible. Right. This is Slimming World Runcorn with Joanne as my Facebook page. Sorry.
Right, I will find you. Runcorn with Joanne. I will find you, because what I'll do, I'll put all the links in the show notes and on the YouTube description as well, so people can come along and find you and follow you and get in touch that way. Do you have a website, or is that done through the Slimming World website?
It's through Slimming World, so for latest joining offers and things like that, it's always listed on the Slimming World website, which is www.slimmingworld.co.uk. If you go onto the Slimming World website, you can click on find a group and put your postcode in, and then it'll show where your closest groups and what the times are there. So it'll bring up like a little map of Widnes and Runcorn and show you all the groups in the area that are running, and the contact details as well for the consultants, so you can get in touch with them.
Brilliant, fabulous. Well, I think we've pretty much covered everything, haven't we?
That's brilliant. Thank you, Jan.
No, thank you, and thank you for your patience while I totally missed the date.
Okay.
And but I think we'll wrap up there, unless you want to tell us anything.
No, that's everything. That's brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. And
it was lovely to meet you, Jan. But if you let me know once it's all on, and I'll share it to my pages and everything. I
will do. I'll tag you on your Facebook and on your Instagram as well. So
lovely. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks very much. Speak to you again soon.
Bye.